I have so many questions with the tasting. So you did this, you did the tasting 6 wines that your wife prepared every single morning for how long?
Oh, a couple of years, yeah. So,
Wow. Okay,
but
here I
yeah,
have a
people, yeah,
I
go ahead.
have a technical question here. How did
Mm.
you do this to have? So you had like hundreds of opened bottles, or how did you do it to be prepared for these tastings
Yeah.
every single day?
No, I worked already at the importer, so I got some wines, of course, from my work, and then I bought some wines, and I may have in my home always like maybe 10 cases of 6 bottles, which already organized. That okay, there was case of 6 Rieslings, there was case of 6 wines from Alsace, different grape varieties. There was maybe case of 6 different Cabernet Sauvignons from all over the world, or there was maybe a
Mm,
case of uh, three three Sauvignon Blancs from New Zealand and 3 different red wines from Oregon or Washington State. So there was these cases, and then I had the case just numbered, and then I knew that okay, what cases there were, and then my wife took one of the cases without knowing, and then look at okay, there are bottles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. She poured 6 glasses for me, and then put the case back to the room, which I didn't go. So then when I went to our working or office room, then I only had there 6 glasses,
yeah.
which I didn't know, and then I practiced the essay, taste the wines, write my notes. Not as depth as in the exam, but I try to understand each wine and make notes for myself and try to figure out what was on the table, and then when I was ready, then I go and look what was the case and what were the wines, and if I was close or if I was completely wrong, and then I even tasted the wines uh,
Again.
again. So
Mm,
so this is how you build, and I think it's more important than every time learning this is Sauvignon Blanc or this is Riesling from Mosel or whatever. It's to become confident facing wines which you don't
yeah.
know what they are, because I think if even a wine professional is taken to a side and said that okay, here you have 3 wines, and maybe everybody has been in a blind tasting, here you have 3 wines, can you tell me what they are? I think already the pressure and the question and the
Yeah.
feeling that I'm alone here with this liquid, please talk to me, uh, is so scary or so difficult that if that is not something you are used to, you're panicking in the taste in the examination, because sometimes you will have those days or those mornings that okay, you have six glasses or 12 glasses in front of you and they say nothing. It's like wow, okay, I'm lost there. Is it
Mm,
Pinot Noir or Syrah? It's like you're just locked, and sometimes, and this is why you need to be like relaxed doing it. You need to open your
of
mind
course.
and go with the glass, and okay, and there are a lot of different methods I always used and still use if faced in this kind of situation. You close your eyes and then you think okay, where we are, is it fruity, spicy, what direction should I go? And if it's a fruity wine, then you imagine yourself to a supermarket or a marketplace in middle of all these fruits, and you think that okay, which direction am I going? Is it more green or yellow aromas? Is this lychee or rose petals, or what is there? So you need to really become relaxed and open your mind, and a lot of people even have difficulties in when you have glass in front of you. I think you've experienced that you give a glass to your friend and
Yeah.
ask okay, what is in there in your opinion, and they said I have this very familiar smell, but I cannot put it in words. What is it? Is it?
Exactly.
So everybody has that, and this
Yeah.
is what you need to all like. You need to go beyond that. You need to find a way to reorganize your thoughts. That okay, it's orange, or is it
Yeah.
apples, or and what color of apples? So you I think it instead of, because so it's it I think tasting is not a gift. It's something that you can learn. You need to use your imagination, you need to use your senses, and you need to connect your imagination with your senses, so that, because in none of the glasses there is no apple, so it's just
Exactly.
it's a aroma that is reminding you apples, and you need to find it. Okay, what aroma reminds me of apples, and then what it tells me. So you need to do this, like organize this puzzle
Yeah.
in your head.
Very interesting. Do you have like a systematic approach? So what I mean is when you get a blind tasting wine, do you think in a way that, okay, by the color it cannot be this, so you are like closing out ideas when you smell it? Is it like very strategical and logical, or you just go with the flow and you trying to talk to the wine and understand what it offers?
Yeah, absolutely. Really good question. I think it's really closing out what it can be. Well, of course, first you need to understand the product. Whatever is there, you need to figure out how is it made, what it is. But of course, then eventually you should come to some sort of conclusion. Then where it comes, or you need to nail it. Okay, this is Tempranillo from Rioja, maybe Crianza or Young Reserva. But this is your closing there. So what is the color telling me? Is it thick skinned, or is it like thick skin or light grape, or whatever is it? What is it telling about the climate? If it's lightly colored wine, it's a light grape, but it's maybe also from a cool climate. So it cannot be this, it cannot be that. Where are we regards? Okay, so then when you know the climate and the grape, then you can already think, okay, well, maybe you have three options. This comes from Oregon or Pfalz, or maybe from New Zealand, stylistically, or whatever. And then you have to start, okay, the quality level, the style of winemaking. So you need to know, okay, well, if this would be Pfalz, this would be more austere, or more this. So this is, but it's more acidity. So maybe it's more Oregon or New Zealand. So it's more New World style. It's more fresher fruit style. The quality is really high. Somebody put really huge effort here. There is a nice aroma of oak as well, and it's very balanced. This maybe takes me to Oregon, where in a way, you try to figure out cool climate, warm climate, what grape could it be, what are my options. Then the style of the wine is telling you about the winemaking, and maybe also styles, if it's more traditional or modern style, more innovative or more historical. And then when you understand, okay, which price levels and which winemaking styles are produced in different part of the world, then that gives you some hints. And you don't always need to be right. The exam is not about being James Bond, like spotting, okay, this is Dom Perignon 96 from a Magnum bottle. It's about being that your arguments are correct, and your justification is good. You might have a wrong conclusion, but as long as your thinking process is solid and it makes sense and it's in line with what is in the glass, you will score a lot of the points. And I think you may even pass the exam without knowing exactly any of the wines. But then, of course, you need to have very good arguments for every product.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch the full podcast episode by clicking here, or watch another interesting video by clicking here. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section, and see you in the next one.